Ladies and gentlemen, the President and CEO of PHINMA and the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of our schools, Ramon del Rosario Jr.
Board members, partners, and friends of the PHINMA Education Network, PHINMA board members, executives and officers, the officers of the PHINMA Education Network, and most importantly, the men and women of the PHINMA Education Network, welcome and good evening to all. To the men and women of Penn, tonight is your celebration, our celebration. It is a tribute to your or our hard work, success, and triumph. From one school in eastern central Luzon, we are now a nationwide network of 4 higher education institutions: Arroyo University, Cagayan de Oro College, University of Pangasinan, and University of Iloilo, plus 3 extension campuses: COC Agusan, COC Puerto, and AU South. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, thank you for all of this. Congratulations for our first 10 years. And thank you for coming all this way so that we may celebrate together. As Chito likes to say, ours is a bare bones, no frills, brass knuckles education. You've heard this often enough. We provide what is most necessary for our students to learn what they can in order to achieve their goals. Nothing more, nothing less. This is the Penn strategy, and it is our chosen strategy because the market we are committed to serving is the marginal in Philippine society, the families and students that need quality education the most. Thus, as you all know, we have reduced education down to its most important essential elements: the right facilities and learning material, a proper classroom, and a great teacher. We have centralized our backroom services such as accounting, human resource management, and information technology. We are not spending heavily on administration, choosing to use the same people, systems, and processes across the system, and instead focusing on those on the front lines, our faculty. Nor are we spending heavily on academic research, choosing instead to focus on good teaching. Our belief is simple. Every peso saved allows us to keep our fees low and therefore keep our education accessible. Consequently, in a higher education industry where tuition fees have increased annually by an average of 8 to 10%, our fees have actually gone down through the years. In 2009, the first full school year we had the 4 schools, our fees were already an average 28,800 pesos a year, or only 14,500 pesos per semester. In school year 2013, the fees dropped to 27,500 pesos per year, or roughly 13,500 pesos per semester. At the University of Iloilo, we actually reduced tuition fees by around 20%. This is the first time in the country a school advertised not no tuition fee increase, but a tuition fee decrease. When the 2014 school year opens in June, we are projecting even lower average annual fees of 26,800 pesos. We managed to keep our tuition fees low and thus Penn education affordable precisely due to effective cost management and the efficient use of our resources. The other side of our accessibility and low fees is the Handog Kaibigan Scholarship Program, a scholarship designed to reach out to even more of the marginalized by offering a 50% subsidy on our already low fees. At present, almost a third of our entire college student population is receiving this scholarship. On the back of these efforts, cost management and scholarships, our enrollment has grown from a humble 6,000 students in 2004. We've multiplied more than 6 times over to a strong 31,000. From 2009, when we first had 4 schools, to school year 2013-2014, we have grown by 24%. This June 2014, we are aiming for a year-on-year growth of 22%, or a total growth of 46% from 2009 to an astonishing, and I hope achievable, 38,000 students. Our revenues have naturally grown in parallel with our enrollment, from roughly 100 million peso network revenues to 760 million pesos in 2009 and 845 million pesos this recently closed fiscal year. In school year 2014-2015, we intend to fulfill the dream of our Vice Chair, Dr. Magdaleno Albarracin, of PENS reaching for the first time revenues of 1 billion pesos. It is our belief that making high-quality education profitable and affordable are not two separate tasks. They are one and the same task. Profit drives our innovation. It drives our focus on the poor. It drives our obsession for academic quality. On the other hand, high-quality education at affordable tuition fees will draw in the students and thus drive our revenues and profitability. And the network has been profitable. From an almost 40 million pesos loss network-wide in fiscal year 2004 to 2005 to approximately 160 million pesos in profits in 2013-2014. This coming fiscal year, we are projecting a profit of 200 million pesos, a year-on-year growth of 25%. Note that our income grew in spite of the reduction in tuition and fees. Finally, we come to the last leg of our network, but probably the most important: quality education. Nothing drives enrollment more than quality. Not marketing, not lower tuition fees, but quality. Most of our kids, as we earlier said, come from the public schools. To deny them access to college through entrance exams and a selective admissions process is akin to prohibitive tuition fees. Given our chosen market, we must provide not only material accessibility, but intellectual accessibility as well. To address this, we have defined our very own PEN academic system, which we fondly call the PEN Way. This is based on an acceptance of who our students are and where they are from, and a clear understanding of what we want for them, the ability to get a job and succeed in their chosen professions. The backbone of the PEN Way is the PEN Success Ladder, a step-by-step academic process that begins with our students succeeding in school and ends with their professional goals. This process is built upon an emphasis on basic competencies and required non-academic programs meant to develop confidence and encourage achievement. Our system likewise relies on teachers and employees who are not only competent, but are passionate and are endowed with a patient and generous spirit. So we have designed a ranking and reward system that places a greater weight on good teaching rather than graduate degrees, and have set up a coaching system to support the faculty in their work with the students. Our most recent innovation is the introduction of a learner-centered system that places greater responsibility for learning in the hands of our students. We employ online resources such as the Khan Academy and use educational games and exercises. After all, better than a student who knows much is a student who has the ability to continually learn on his or her own. In the past 10 years, the network has produced 26 board top-notchers. In 2005, we had only 2. In 2013, we had 7, with each of our schools producing at least 1 top-notcher during that year. In that same period, in more than 15 incidences across various board examinations, we turned in a 100% first-time passing rate. When all is said and done, We will all be measured not by how hard we work, but by our outcomes and by our results, by the concrete differences we have made in the lives of our students and their families. It has been an eventful past 10 years, with our ups and downs, our doubts and triumphs. Rest assured, men and women of the PHINMA Education Network, you have the board's and our confidence, trust, and support. We look forward to the many, many years or many, many decades with excitement for your novel academic strategies, the institutions we will bring into the network, and the new schools we intend to set up. Continue to be tireless in reaching out to many more high school students and new markets. Continue to be focused on excellence and achievement. Continue to be fearless in your experimentation and innovations. And continue to be passionate about the lives and futures of our children. Allow me to end with a prayer. May God bless us with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that we may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless us with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war, so that we may reach out your hand to comfort them and to turn their pain to joy. May God bless us with enough foolishness to believe that we can make a difference in this world, so that we can do what others claim cannot be done. Thank you for joining us tonight. Mabuhay and good evening to all.